following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Power poles drape wires onto the ground that hold no power. Useful things have been stripped out of this place long ago.
Sorry.
Is there any sense of an architecture here, Gravy? I mean, it looks dead, but...
I can have a check, but it would need to be proximate and to have power. 13.
So, for the sake of you, I'm saying that you're in the middle of town now.
Okay. We'll hold our stuff up in there.
Does it, is it actually, before we get the suits on, is it actually, do we feel the burn, or feel the...
You don't feel anything.
It doesn't feel like anything? You know,
Actually, does it look bombed out at all?
Not especially.
It said it was a bombed out radioactive fluid.
it's a good way to deter people, but this doesn't... We'll see.
Yes. And then you hit the middle and do the architecture scan.
There is a node.
Where is it located?
Looks like it's in the cellar of the old saloon.
Cellar of the saloon has a node, an active one.
God, I remember the last saloon we were in.
No.
Hopefully it's not like that. You don't?
Not really.
Hmm.
Alright. Saloon it is then.
Yeah, so at least a good place to stow our stuff. Push the bikes through and drag our various other luggages that are too big.
You take shelter on the inside of the old saloon. It's dark and cold. Jess loses her temper and kills Graves.
I don't think they have to lose material for that.
Graves is like, I don't even remember what we're here for.
I remember we're here. We're going to find that guy. That's his name, that guy. First name that, last name guy.
And we're here to get what?
It's
Chips.
just some saloon got a fireplace.
We were here for chips, but that was a
No?
lie.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Like, is it like rubble now, or...?
No. It has been replaced with a server farm.
Huh. Well, that'll warm us up.
Yeah. Also a strange place to find such.
Is it active?
New.
Ah.
Hope this isn't another ghost town.
Sorry?
Hope this isn't another ghost town in the net sense, I should say. We've already disrupted enough of those.
Yes, there are some tables, but they've been cleared off to the sides and they're in not great condition. The bar is still there.
Dusty?
Yeah?
So where is this thing?
Well, there is a node in the basement.
Right.
So perhaps we should start there.
Sure.
Well, you find the door. You find the only door. It is locked. It's got a sophisticated keypad.
Interesting.
Is there a camera watching us?
I don't know. Is there?
17.
Yep.
And it's active?
As far as you can tell.
Well, we may already have tipped someone off. Hopefully the person we're looking for. I don't know if it's polite to break into his door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, you could. Jess is already onto it. He might be willing to parlay. It's a fancy word for talk.
Yes, it is. Or is there like an intercom button for the keypad, maybe.
Turned the door and looked at it.
No.
It spoke.
Access denied. You speak Japanese.
Yeah. I was knocking on the door, so...
Oh, knocking. Okay.
Yeah.
Then in which case...
Access is denied.
Well, probably doesn't want to speak to anyone. If it's who we're looking for, he isolated himself in the middle of bloody
know.
fuck nowhere for a
We
reason.
need him for a job.
Convinced a whole island this place was an irradiated nightmare.
That's easy if you can got control of the networks
Yeah.
and information.
And bribe the local government.
Well, the place is actually abandoned, even if not because of radiation.
I'd rather not have to break in here. I'd rather talk to you as opposed to breaking in and talking to you.
He may not give us that choice, sadly. Assuming this is even him.
Well, it's somebody.
Yes.
And they're listening to us
Yeah.
because they keep telling us that it's denied.
Well, we're not going anywhere. We came too far, so...
Camera move.
Who did it zoom in on?
Currently
How would you know?
Because I look at the camera and see who...
It's in a dome.
It's a dome, oh, okay.
Like all cameras. It's a very clever invention, that tinted dome, so no one can see where the camera's looking.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like it for aesthetic reasons. Like, I always think you
it's
should have like a camera going like...
The little, yeah...
and like
the
visually...
the little square with the two linking
Even
lights
better
and
if
the
they
big
have
lens.
two like
And
LED
LED
lights that come
focal
out
light.
that show
Yeah.
where exactly where it could see.
I mean, that would be best. I just
Yeah.
think maybe like cameras should be that, but this guy's really smart. So he has a dome, which no
Yes,
one else
smart.
has. Very rare. Only people with 8 intelligence or better are allowed dome cameras. Everyone else must have aesthetically cool cyberpunk cameras. Like really flashy show-offy people who want less good security should have like visual cone LEDs
Yeah.
that show you where the camera can see.
And for some reason they only see about a meter or two out.
Would
After
you
that,
believe
it's
Rogers
lose
allowed
sight.
dome
I
cameras?
know that because everyone's always looking on like little monitors that are
What is
only
that?
this big.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Would you
that's the
believe
reason
that?
the camera can see that, but
See
like
the
the
infrared
tiny
got
slit,
angle higher and
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 allowed
it's
dome
like
cameras.
CRT style. So.
And he doesn't have
Because it's
that.
very cyberpunk
If you
and
wouldn't
cool.
believe
Yeah,
it, you'd be
yeah.
a fool.
It's the classic security terminal.
But meanwhile, the business execs are having hollow call meetings
of
on
them.
big, clear
we go.
screens,
Around
Like
two
a
sets that are awesome.
transparent hollow
They
panels.
just swap that around that have much better security.
Oh, sorry. What are we doing? I got lost in the camera thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just loudly proclaiming, well, we're not going anywhere because we came too far, so either he lets us in or we break in. That's the way it is. Don't want to damage all this nice equipment. Well, I don't see any turrets coming down to blast the shit out of us, so...
Please don't.
What's that?
That would be turrets.
Do we see them?
No.
Oh.
I've come to offer a job to Fast Rider.
He's not making it easy.
Again, he isolated himself for a reason. He doesn't want to be bothered.
Well, it's simple. I've got a challenge that I think he can do, but obviously he is not willing to listen to it.
Guess he's just not up to the task.
Access denied.
Oh, it was in English.
Because I'm English and he picked up on that.
Fuck. How am I supposed to keep a straight face?
Like this.
I want to hire you to create a device to circumvent an old net-based code.
There must be something we can offer him. like he's all isolated here. Maybe there's something we can do for you that doesn't involve you having to leave your comfy little thing in order to prove our worth to you. Ocular security is, I'm guessing, no.
Yes, that's correct.
A padlock on your eyeball. Not awkward at all.
Not at all.
Or painful.
Back to the usual method then?
What, just break down the door? All violent like?
Well, you
Like
could,
a bunch of
you
Night
could
City
just
thugs.
get bypass the lock. It's an option.
We
You
could
don't
just-
have to go straight to shove a nuclear bomb through the mail slot.
But we got one of those.
We really want to use it.
I can get us in.
Well, we tried things the easy way, so...
We don't exactly have other options.
We could still resort to violence.
I'd rather not, but... Right. I'm going to access the door and try to open it.
Alright, go ahead then.
What do I need?
Electronic security.
Electronic security.
You're not doing it. You're not. You're not.
What
You're
do I
just
need?
not.
35.
What do I need?
No, what'd you get?
What do I need?
What do you get?
21.
Alright, you are doing it.
Oh, okay.
If you spend a point of luck.
I will spend a point of luck then.
I thought this was going to be one of those you're going to get into the 30s or something. Which I know you can do, but...
The door opens.
Well, that's a start. It's possible this is all automated. He may not even be here.
Might want to take a peek. I mean, those turret noises could have been faked, but I did hear what sounded like turrets deploying. Might want to peek before, just stepping out there.
Grab the body.
Okay.
Is it stairs down?
It appears to be a small room.
Oh, just a room.
An elevator then?
So there's an elevator type room. Or...
It's a small room, about, I would say, 4% of a football field by 4% of a football field.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pop in.
That's because we can see it. Camera in there.
Or another dome.
This one is not domed.
Oh.
But it is like one of those little round things, but it's just got the thing on the swivel, so it can...
I'm guessing the room's not lit. Or not lit well.
It is lit dimly.
I'll turn on my torch and then do a perception check as I scan around the room. I got a 2, never mind. Because I rolled a 1 into something.
Roger begins searching around, but then becomes very interested in inspecting one of 2 female butts in the room. 3 if you've moved that body in.
Move the body in.
17
Right.
for a similar...
Butts.
Damn, that's on 17.
He's getting in or not.
Well, I got in because I had to roll, so did he.
just,
Automatic.
there. Is that a good beep?
Probably.
What are you basing that on?
Nothing.
You brought the other bag, didn't you?
What one?
The other bag.
We have a lot of bags. Payment bag? The ball bag?
It's pretty loud.
Yeah. That's why I'm concerned.
There we go. You find yourself, when the doors open again, in a open plan atom punk, like think Fallout Shelter, but grayer and less rusty brown.
Okay.
Little bunker. It looks like it's been outfitted as like a tech workshop. There's all kinds of mechanical arms and things moving everywhere. Lots of those plastic sheets that are translucent, but not translucent enough to give you a really good idea of what's going on.
Fascinating. Proper workshop. Oh, they're pinning all the way out here.
He must be working on something pretty major.
Step out.
Especially if he's doing it solo.
You see any people about the area we can observe from here?
A widescreen monitor turns sideways, so it's like a portrait mode. Flicks on, and a grey-bearded guy with welding goggles on his head appears on the screen. He appears to be like surrounded by like computer farms and that sort of thing. And he's like,
Yes? Who are you? What are you doing in here?
It's nice to meet you. You are Fast Strider?
No, he's an AI.
First Strider? Nobody sees First Strider. Nobody, not know how. Who are you calling an AI, Jess?
Then what are you?
What are you looking for? Who are you expecting?
I'm expecting Fast Rider. I would like to talk to him about a job.
A lot of people want to talk to First
I
Strider,
realise
but you know
that.
how First Strider's managed to remain completely anonymous?
By not talking to other people. So how do I get
By
a job
being
to him then?
A
You?
fast rider.
Will I get a job to him through you?
What kind of job?
I need a device to break a old tech code.
So make one.
It's a little more. I don't have the equipment half the time, and it's a little more niche. His department.
Oh, well, because we had a bunch of jargon related to the job. I'll spiel off the jargon so he has a better idea of exactly what we're looking for and why we had to come this far.
what was that, Jordan?
Have you? Because you've got it. I never got that.
Yes, Jess was the only one who has the actual.
The device must be able to circumvent the old net time-based code lock for online verification. 2023 Miltech inline encryption, no key, negate the dial-back function, and extract the data files. And no, I don't have the data
The
files.
screen flickers and a significantly older bald man appears on the screen.
What? Negate the dial-back function. 23? Now you better come in. You better come into the workshop. The door's in the back.
Thank you.
Interesting. He's very amenable to this.
Well, maybe he likes a challenge.
Don't we all?
There are two
Lucky.
doors at the back of the workshop.
Don't suppose they both go to the same place.
Did his picture have a symbol on it or something that would represent like the door?
That would
he's
be a
got?
concentration check to remember.
Yep.
10. Worse than 10?
No, I'm being smug. 21.
Beats me. So 12.
He did have an RPG video game open on a computer behind him.
Elf-like.
Okay. He was playing something.
Maze Quest.
Maze Quest. He was playing Maze Quest. Well, would I know what Maze Quest is?
I mean, you rolled a 21, so you must.
Okay. He was playing Maze Quest. Is there anything related to that in the two doors? Like,
Well, you know the rules about computer games and mazes, right?
Left.
always pick left, and you just keep picking left.
Pretty much.
Left.
Open the door.
You pull the wheel, you open the door, and you step through to another workshop. This one's like a bit smaller. And there seems to be a curtained off little area in the back with you can see the glows of many screens. A monitor lights up beside you.
No, you never said who you wanted this job for.
I don't think it's going to matter if we tell you or not. Unless you've got some really good tech. I mean, really good tech.
The door closes.
Now, come on through. You want Farstrider, and you found him.
Head through.
Well, you head through. You push the curtains aside, and you find yourself staring at a bunch of computers. There's a little bed on the wall, on the side of the wall there, and there's a chair in front of the computers for sitting.
Ooh.
And is he sitting in the chair?
I don't know, is he?
I'm looking.
There is not an old man sitting in the chair.
But,
There is a child.
yeah.
The impossibly precocious, approximately 10-year-old girl turns around and looks up at you. And it's just like, well, you cracked the door code and you didn't believe the old man.
Impressive.
So what next?
What do you mean, what next? Here it is. How many games do you want to play? I've got more time in this world than you do.
Yeah.
It's true, we live in Night City.
So, what brings you all the way to bombed-out radioactive Mundo Fine?
Our employer would like to hire you for a job.
And your employer is...
How good's your tech here?
As good as I can make it, which is pretty good.
Right. Sebastian.
That's a weird name.
Exactly.
I know, right?
So your tech needs to beat that.
We're
I'm guessing that's not a name. You've probably got a cortical implant, right?
Red Chip.
Something not yet.
Ooh, Red Chip. Do you mind if I see? I jury-rigged up a bioscanner a while back. Parts the curtains and starts rooting around in what looks like a pile of junk. I know it looks like one of those old hairdryers that I can't possibly remember at my age, but trust me, it's just a useful framing. You look like the robot man from that movie.
well, this would be an interesting test.
It could kill her.
Good.
I'm just gonna presume a bunch of consent here.
Are you right with this, Jess?
Too bad.
What?
What's happening?
Oh, Lord. Put Jess's brain in the cure of a 10-year-old girl.
Hey, I'm almost 11.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what had you accomplished by my age? I bet you weren't even talking like a 40-year-old Jewish comedy writer.
Why would I want to do that?
For precociousness. Oh yeah, that's in there all right. We'd have to fabricate parts of your brain to get it out, but I think I can do it.
What?
I mean, even odds.
God, I'd almost take those bloody odds.
You're on! He just agreed to be my guinea pig, that's my payment.
Sure,
Or at least part
alright.
of it anyway. I've never worked on a terrorist's brain before.
I'm not a terrorist.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah, you are, Roger.
Actually, by definition, we are.
Oh,
Me
God.
too.
Hey, look on the bright side.
Freedom
So long as his
fighter.
name's taking up all of that, shall we say, legal heat, your sponges are relatively free.
Yes.
I know.
Except for yours, of course. You're a wanted man.
Yeah, so that has become somewhat of an issue.
Don't worry. I'm sure everything will work out in a way that I don't care about.
I'm sure that as well.
So, on
Do you wonder why I hide myself away from the world? It's just not worth it. Big corporations just want to chain you up and lock you up and drain you away until you're dead.
Yeah, she's right. I like this little girl now.
You like me now?
Yes.
So that's only because I just said a thing that you agree with.
Yes.
He didn't like you before because you kept us outside.
Well, what would you do?
I was neutral before, all right? Neutral.
How did you manage to get yourself all the way up here and set up like this?
Oh, I literally jumped off a train to avoid kidnappers.
Huh.
And then I found this place had a node in it. And, well, if I have a node, then there's power. And if there's power, I can make things. For example, my fabricator shop. It's got the productivity of 49 man units.
So how did our benefactor know
Can't
you
stay
were here then?
That's what I don't know. Probably not. There's barely enough food for me.
I've got food.
From now, I mean, you can stay for a short while, but I'm a solitary girl.
Don't you get lonely
I've got to go back.
without human company?
No.
Human company, in my experience, hasn't been terribly great.
Did you have any company? Like, do you have an AI or robot or something you can talk to? Like someone?
I can make my own friends. Of course, the problem is I can only program them with the kind of personalities that I can already conceive of, so that really limits my options for meeting new people.
That node is visible from the exterior,
It is?
if you're a netrunner.
I am not.
So you may wish to do something about that. That's how we knew to come straight here.
I'll look into that.
From the
I'm
center
sure I
of
can
town.
come up with something. Like a Faraday blanket, maybe?
Suggesting this place was a bombed out wreck was
Maybe
a
she.
good idea.
It wasn't a terribly hard job to rig up something that can set off Geiger counters.
Maybe she could make use of the body.
A little directed electron stimulation.
Good thing we didn't have Guy.
Do you want that?
The body, yeah.
What would I do with that?
You could put.
Why is it naked?
You could
We
put.
didn't have clothes for it.
You could put one of your
technically, we do
programs
have
in
clothes
it,
for it.
and then actually have somebody who can physically walk around and even protect you physically if need be.
An AI that big would have to be big enough to shard, which makes it extremely dangerous.
That is
I
true.
don't need Netwatch breathing down my neck.
Just a thought.
It's only if they don't know about it. If you're our employer would like
Mr.
to
Blah Blah Blah, yes.
would like to hire you as well, directly for time.
No.
I know. I had at least asked. He was quite insistent in his message that he would like us to convince you, but
How did he even know I was here?
Yeah, but
It's extremely weird.
Think about
because
it.
he's
I've had exactly 0 callers.
If the experiment
Until
works
now.
on my noggin, then you
Yes,
won't
that's not entirely
need
true.
to deal with
Who knew I was
him
here?
anymore. You won't be attached to his leash anymore if she can fix all of us.
the problem is it may not work.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, let's see what happens with her experiment on my brain. and then-
Roger, you'll be dead.
Well, if it fails, yeah.
Yes.
But if it doesn't fail, then you two don't need to be, chained to him anymore. You only need to negotiate the Sebastian deal. What I'm saying is, you
Okay.
only need to
I've
negotiate
learned
that
neurosurgery.
if this fails.
How?
I'm a polymath.
Ah. Yes.
Oh, don't be impressed. I was the illegal result of a genetic experimentation to produce super geniuses.
Of course.
It sort of worked.
What corporation? Surely something
I
like
don't
that.
actually remember.
Oh, let me guess. it
I
was one
remember
of
the
those
logo, though. I
secret
could describe it to
projects.
you.
Yes.
Oh, come on, get your pen out, come
I
on!
don't need to write it on. Where's my business
You
card?
can write it on the
On the back of one of the
back
loot-
on.
oh,
That
there
loot
it is.
list is mostly blank.
Time to
It
absolutely
looks
blow
like a
this up.
star, but the bottom right point of the star is detached from the main star by a gap, and the top point of the star is detached from the main body of the star with a loop that makes it look like an oil drop. This is a very familiar logo.
This is the Blythe logo.
No.
Biotechnica?
Is it? How many points on the star?
5,
5. So
with 1 at the top.
right, so upside down pentagram. Give me a second. And then this one would be. And then, I actually don't remember what logo that is, but it is
Give me the
annoyingly
paper.
familiar.
I will draw it for you. I swear, Brandon.
It's familiar. I just don't remember what logo.
This is a bit cack because I'm not used to drawing a star without having to do the cross bits. And I don't have a pencil to rub it out, but...
Oh. Is that a familiar logo?
It should be.
Is it Graves Corporation?
No.
No. I don't know, it's not Militech or Alessandra.
Maria's.
Nope.
No!
I think she had a... technically, her identity was that Militech was her corporate identity.
Anyway, while he's trying to work that out.
Solve oil?
It is Sov Oil.
Oh. It was, I suppose, Russians trying to make super geniuses. Sovoil was the corporation, until it lapses from your incredible memory again.
Can you do it?
Remove the chips from your head? Maybe.
I mean, the project. I'm hoping. Roger wants us out now, but I'm concerned that if you go to do it, he may fight you and it may come out and he may kill himself.
There's also the very high probability that that chip might be enhancing your natural base statistics to above regular level, like some kind of jump start. They might drop down to normal level.
I have to work for Sebastian forever. I'm not giving up my 10 dexterity. I could choose so good with it.
Oh, there you go!
I don't know. I'm fine with being free. If it's freedom plus I go down to out of jump start to normal levels, that's the price that Roger's willing to pay.
Oh, that's funny. You motherfucker.
I'm concerned that we may fight to get it to stop you.
And then there is also the problem of returning to Night City, Sebastian tracking us down again. I'm sure he wouldn't be too pleased.
I don't want to be under his thumb anymore. I'll take the bullet for this one.
I don't think it'd be. I honestly.
At the risk of being impertinent, what's her role in all of this?
Oh, Fleur.
Friend? She doesn't have the...
Okay.
According to her, she's already dead.
You're not.
We keep telling her that.
less of a physical death.
So
Oh, we're edgy, right.
so how did you know who I
God
was?
protect me from becoming a teenager.
That won't be too far. How did you know who I was?
You look just like you.
Yes, I know I look like me.
Communication with various computer systems and data fortresses in various cities is practically impossible, but small windows of connectivity do exist, and I can take advantage of them, thanks to my fat-ass balloon with a big W on it. I painted it orange to look like a cat.
I think what Jess is wondering is the fact that she's not as
I
high
call it
profile.
ball cat balloon.
She's not as high profile as like Gravy and I. So,
Actually, if you looked in the right places, you'd find.
When I found out that a group of people from Night City were heading right for me, the first thing I did was look up who they were.
And she would have got the Red Chip Krew.
Thanks
On
to
the bounty
the
that's
surveillance system Continental Brands installed around the town without people's knowledge, I was able to get some pretty good stills of you guys. And from that point on, it was only a matter of time of waiting for some vague connectivity to get records. Jess here, of course, is a former Ripper Doc. Quite notorious in some circles. Rogerson Burghsend is internationally renowned as a terrorist. And by internationally, I mean pretty much just in Mexico and America.
Oh, now Mexico too.
And then, of course, there's you.
Failed businessman.
Indeed.
And also now terrorist.
Maybe if you'd spent a bit more time studying business and a bit less time studying martial arts, then you would have seen what was coming.
It's possible.
I mean, I admit I'm not a business whiz kid, but all the financial I just can't say analysts in her voice.
Yeah.
All the financial analysis, I can't do it.
Say
Yeah.
analysts.
Analysts
There we go.
indicated that even a blind ox should have seen that coming. I'm
don't-
sorry, I'm being unintentionally offensive, aren't I?
But you don't know
Fine.
who she is?
Fitness model?
Huh. You managed to stay under the radar, love.
I was never that important to anyone. I'll say.
So can you do it?
Yes. The question is, how much time? I mean, I'm going to take as long as I take, but your patience is another factor.
We don't exactly have much choice,
To
although
be
we have
fair-
yet to manage how we're getting home.
To be fair, based on what I know about Sebastian, he cares more about the result than the speed. If you know what I mean.
He's playing the long game.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you
he
have
doesn't
the
mind
data
playing the
shards?
long game.
No.
Well, that's going to make it harder.
Correct.
You want some kind of universal key to this? And it's going to have to be portable. That's even harder. That's going to take longer.
"15 seconds later, done."
And it's boring.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry, we didn't bring in any games for you.
I have games.
Actually, we do have some games.
Oh, the ones we found on... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably never played this one here, Skyrim.
It's only been
You're
released
kidding, right?
600 million times.
I know
She probably turns around the screen and it's got like 6,000 hours.
and there's 300 copies of different versions of it. Just don't we all have more than one version?
Like I'm not.
I have to bring the VR set, wouldn't I?
Yes.
And then you needed like a room with space.
Oh, you can sit down.
Oh, I suppose you could for like
You just
Skyrim.
play on a controller, right, with the VR headset on.
That's got 2 hand pieces.
You don't just use a controller?
Right,
Because
'cause
it's
you
all
wanna be able
about
to, like,
doing
swing
that
it
with
around.
your sword and
then
doing that with the bow and all that.
That's not good. That's
Yeah.
lame.
Anyway. I would need to... It needs to be portable.
So we have to get it back to Night City
I even
somehow.
don't even know how big he wants it. But it would be as big as you... It would be as big as it is.
And I'm supposing you're not going to leave until you force me to do this? That's going to be interesting.
I'm not going to force you to do anything, but
We are sort of stranded until a job is complete.
Uh-huh.
what was else you wanted as payment? You said my brain tinkering was one.
I'm actually more concerned that if we don't wait and get it done, that someone may come along and force the issue.
It's if he's aware of this location and we
Well,
don't
he'll...
follow
If
through.
he's cracked her again,
Ah,
he'll send her here.
yes, if she comes here, you will have quite the pickle.
No, I'll
She
stop
won't
her.
take no for an answer.
I can stop her. I've done it before.
Yes, well, if she turns us away, you're not here to hug her into submission.
Oh shit! If that brain thing doesn't work and then she shows up and I'm dead. Maybe I need to hold off on this. Scary robot woman.
He is capable of sending other more violent, less amenable people.
I don't know how he found that you were here, but he did.
I'm going to have to leave.
And yes,
Sorry, you probably got a nice setup going on.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
it's probably safer for her to know that it's coming, so she can make plans. Probably, actually, it might be a good idea just to make the thing, leave the thing here with us, and then leave us an open line so we can call them and tell them where to pick it up.
Right.
Because you can't stay here.
I know that. I worked that out all on my own. It's on account of being found.
Yes.
It's a shame you wouldn't be willing to come to Night City with us.
See, in Night City, I have to worry about staying alive on a day-to-day basis.
You have to
In
do that
addition
most
to
places.
doing work.
That sounds like Night City, alright.
And if the world wants to continue to receive the benefits of Fast Rider's amazing whatever the hell it is that they managed to leak out, or be sold out, then, yeah, no, Night City's not an option.
You need to get deeper into the desert.
Dome City on the bottom of the ocean, maybe?
Yeah, I thought about that. Not the most practical for the sale of goods.
Actually, you might need to get her in contact with your ex.
Maria?
Yeah,
Might not be a bad idea.
I think
Ghosts of the old net are apparently filled with all kinds of knowledge of places that are and were.
and they could get you the things that you need.
They might actually prefer to have you close by to a ghost town.
If you can build infrastructures like this, I'm pretty sure that they would welcome you.
So in order to escape the pernicious clutches of the evil corporations and your nasty employer, I should throw myself on the mercy of the even more pernicious AIs.
It's an option.
But with the
That's
AIs,
true.
at least you've got a chance of shutting them down and stopping them.
In the meantime, you should probably find yourself a place to bed down. I only have my one bed and I'm not interested in sharing.
No, of course.
Oh. Man, of course not.
If there's a spot in the workshop, I can sleep anywhere.
Okay, but just stay out of the way of the robots. They can't go far, they're basically in placed arms.
Thank you. Is there, actually, I'll grab a pack of food and offer her some.
Hey, kibble! Ooh, peanuts. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Thank you!
Wait till she finds out it doesn't taste like peanuts.
It tastes like chicken. It's even better.
Everything tastes like chicken.
It really tastes like chicken.
Oh, feel free to use stuff if it's not in use.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, very generous of you.
I'm sure most of you wouldn't know how to use it anyway.
Yeah, but Jesse could make use of it, I'm sure.
So are you going to like burn out your brain at like 20 years old or something because you're like a genetically modified super genius?
Shouldn't imagine so.
Okay.
If Solve Oil did their job properly. So,
As long as you don't keep filling yourself with it. That's why you purge information, because it's the only way to stop yourself from burning out.
it was just a memory problem.
No, you have to dump it.
That's why I back up my memories onto external hard drives.
You essentially overwrite yourself each time you learn something new, because if you don't, it would kill you.
There's only so much synaptic pressure your brain can take. As a netrunner, I would think you'd understand that better than anyone.
It's been a long
Let me
time.
guess, still got an organic brain.
Yes.
Oh, but when you're older and your
Might I
brain...
suggest the Series 7 sports brain?
I do need to
Jensen?
acquire one of those, but not for myself.
Right. Let me guess. You made a deal with an AI.
How did you leap straight to that?
Because you're a netrunner.
it's the logic conclusion.
Most net runners don't do that.
To
I
be
was
fair-
one of those net runners who didn't up until recently.
To be fair, he didn't make a deal with an AI.
Made a deal with a number of AI.
And it also explains that old cyber deck you've got there.
Oh, the bathysphere, yes. It's a death trap.
Yep, I mean, most netrunners today don't need old-style AugNet decks.
Yes,
Really,
true.
everything just added up all by itself.
Yes.
And since you have 3 cards in there, and they are labelled quite clearly, there are digital labels on them, then I can estimate a guess as to exactly what you've been doing. Either that or you're really into the Beatles.
Well, suppose we did know you were smart.
It's about all I'm good for, really.
You're making things.
One of these days I'm going to plug in my external hard drive and remember childhood.
Well, just thinking when your brain fully develops, you'll actually be able to
No, I
put
think,
more of those memories back in,
I
right?
think it is fully developed.
Huh.
Sutherland wouldn't want to wait around for
Wow.
20 odd years until the brain was matured. They'd want their geniuses now.
Can I take this thing off now?
Which thing? Oh, yes. You really only needed that on for a few seconds.
I don't want to interrupt you.
It was funny.
You know, you need to get scanned next.
Yeah, no, I'm the one whose brain's going to get worked
Later.
on.
There's a current problem for now.
By the way, do you know who it was who was trying to kill you when you jumped off the train?
Yes.
You mind sharing who that was?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, don't let me keep you.
No. Just wondering what shall you and I get up to? And you two,
What can we do around a deserted town?
Exactly. Jess, well, it's like a kid in a candy store here, I imagine. And what with all the additional components we've collected along the way.
Surface traffic. Interesting.
Sorry?
Oh, that's just brilliant. I thought you said they got off here.
I know
Keep
that
your
voice.
cover. Oh, I'm sorry, Herb. I thought you said they got off here. Oh, yeah, I mean, the train stopped and they got off. They must have been picked up by something. I see no thermal signatures. No EM traffic. Well, that's just perfect. Well, let's take a couple of photographs and then we can leave like a nice proper honeymooning couple. Yes. Hey, Mom, I want some ice cream. Not now. Also, from where? Think, Myrtleizer, think.
Was I the only one who recognised the voice at first?
No, I recognise the voices.
Oh no, I didn't. What was the voice?
I was hoping at a chance for revenge against that.
No, we're not going anywhere. If they leave, we'll let them leave.
But if they come to us, we fucking murderlise.
Absolutely.
You know what you should do? You should just camp up on that entrance with that big, long-nosed pistol.
Unless you can do
wait.
3d6 damage to them.
Roger, I have an assault rifle.
Whatever, use whatever you
I
like.
have yet to reload it, so I don't currently despise it completely.
Also, if we actually go up there, they'll know we're
I
here.
did notice you weren't reloaded.
Yeah, that's an additional
Well, no,
downside
on the
to it
door
now.
that
I won't
leads
always reload it.
Down here, like...
One day we'll have one bullet left over, and I'm like, no, I'm going to shoot the bullet first.
Wait to see if they go.
Like that one with the keypad that you like aim up on that one.
For the safety of our host, it's best we stay below deck for now. Should it come to it,
Though I do have to say, little girl, if you didn't have a security camera and a high-tech lock on the door, we probably wouldn't have found your
well, that in the
underground
node.
bunker.
Do you really think that's always there?
How do you mean?
I mean, They're not always there.
Little flip panel in the ceiling? Or...
She wanted to see if we actually really wanted to see her.
Also, if you couldn't get past that, then you couldn't give me a job I'd want to take.
Fair.
Which is why you got me to do it.
Well... What can we do to fill in the time?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to take my assault rifle. Just wait by that door with the keypad, and that way, if they do try and get through, I'm going to fucking shoot them up as soon as they
So it'd
do.
be just repairing things, fixing things, just...
I meant to do this earlier in the day, but at some point Fleur will give you your heavy armor jack back.
Oh.
It's been fully repaired.
Oh. Oh, thanks, love. You didn't have to do that. You want paid for it?
Should not be necessary.
Oh, I owe you one, I guess. Maybe I'll,
I will remember that.
save your not life in the future or something.
He's good.
No, I'd do that anyway.
Would you? Then I guess I'll have to stuff her other set of armor in the garment bag because it's down to 1 point.
Oof.
And if any armor gets down to 0, that's it.
Yeah.
Dunzo.
Heavy armor jack. Equip.
So you gotta work them all for a start. It only needs one, but...
Back up to 4.
If you've got the hour or so, yeah.
Yeah.
Why
To
not?
do that here.
You don't
Well,
have
the
any,
deal.
your architecture looked over, do you? Seeing as you have a net runner in-house.
I think we should leave that alone.
Old net, or
How would I know?
would you like to know?
Not really. I mean, I don't really care. It hasn't bothered me, and I don't bother it.
Fair enough.
You know, I don't think they're a married couple at all.
No, they're not.
I work
They're-
with Blythe Pharmaceuticals,
They've been hunting us.
for Blythe Diversified Industries.
Blythe.
if I remember.
And that's a bad thing?
Yes.
Of course, the hunting then implies that.
They're hunting for graves here.
Yes.
And... Fleur.
Hey, you see, someone cares enough to kill you.
Yes, the men on the train.
Again?
In on the train.
In fact, they very specifically avoided targeting us.
They only went for us because we were defending her.
Yes, and they didn't last very long. Unfortunately, we weren't able to...
Oh shit.
What?
Our stuff's upstairs still.
What?
We have
It's-
a nuke in the building upstairs.
We left our stuff
Yep.
in the saloon.
But
It's
that's why
not down
she's still.
here.
That's why she's still
Really?
monitoring them. Yes, we have a nuke.
Yes.
Oh, things I could do with tritium.
Have they gone?
Oh. And they are very slowly ambling towards the rails, so I suspect that they are looking.
We have thermal scanners of some kind, so even popping up to secure the nuke would be a bad move unless we were committed to engaging them.
If they start coming towards the lane, let us know. We'll go up and dispatch them. Until they come towards this direction, safer to assume they don't know we're here.
Okay.
Well, if they go to the track, they don't see our path.
Yes. It's only if they come towards the saloon we have an issue.
If they see the
Actually-
drag marks from the things we were taking.
The bikes, they're out the front.
It's all on the. They're all on.
Yeah, but the wheel tracks will lead right to the saloon.
That's right. That's if they find that. That's why, if they start coming towards the centre of the town,
Yes.
we go up.
We engage. Is there a second floor to the saloon, or is it just a one-story unit?
Well, there used to be a second story filled with, like, rooms and, like, a private card room, as far as I could tell, but it's all open to the air now.
What
Could be a good vantage point for a little shootout.
What weapons do you have?
Weapons?
We thought you may have turrets, or was that just the soundtrack?
That's the sound of turrets.
I thought so.
I mean, I can make weapons, but it's not what I want to do.
You may want to have
Anyone can
some
make
on
weapons.
hand.
Yeah, so basically the only weapon I have for any defense is a phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range.
Sorry, a what?
A phased plasma rifle in
Can
a
I see
40-watt
this?
range. Yeah, it's right over there.
We'll go over there and have a look at it.
Okay,
Well,
weapons
that's-
tech check.
We do have that busted up alien blaster.
Ooh, that's terrible. 15.
It appears to be a gun!
Yep.
Space gun!
Instead of bullets, it appears to have some kind of tank and a round thing.
Cool.
I think I'm
If
tired.
you pull back the hammer-like object, it starts fizzing. You pointed at Roger and pulled the trigger like stud. And instead of a barrel, it has like this tube, which I realize is a barrel, but it's like not a rifled barrel. It's a tube with copper around the inside.
I just don't recognise it.
I mean, I should imagine not. They're not exactly common.
Actually, I don't know what to ask. I'm tired.
I just want to know what it does to someone when you shoot it at them.
You know, I've never actually shot anyone to find out.
What's it?
Probably what happens when you hit them with normal plasma rifles.
They disintegrate.
Yep. Eventually, I guess.
What's its range?
40 watts. Told you.
Yes.
I know, it's only a slight improvement on Militech's 30 watts, but, you know, it's the best I could do with what I have.
But if they think that it's similar to the Militech one, then 40 watts is...
I shouldn't imagine they would. The Militech one's fucking huge.
Night train to the end.